Curtis, Coach Curtis, unmute yourself.
Hey, Bob. How you doing?
Wonderful. Oh, I see. Yeah. Okay. So, Curtis, how long were you with Tony Robbins?
Oh, just 5 years.
Just 5 years. From the time that you first seen him or heard of him,
Yep.
how long before you were on his team?
Less than a year.
Less than a year. So, is it fair to say, did you see him live or did you hear him or watch him before you seen him live?
So I'll do it real fast. I saw him on a Personal Power 2 TV ad. That's where I first was introduced to him. Then I got his book and used his teachings. Then I got Personal Power and learned that, turned my life around. And then I went to a live event in Fort Lauderdale and found out he was starting a coaching department and became one of his first coaches. Yeah.
Did you guys hear one connection, second connection, third connection, fourth connection? Would it be fair to say, Curtis, that you spent a lot of money with Tony Robbins?
Yeah, it's like going to college. Yeah, over $100,000.
You gave someone over $100,000?
Oh yeah, way more than that. I had to pay for all my own travel, all that stuff while I learned. Even though I got paid as a coach, it wasn't anywhere near to live in San Diego, and be a coach for that kind of income.
Why would someone do
and
that?
just to reiterate, it was multiple, probably weekly connections to reach that point where I got in front of Tony to get to an event to do all that. Yeah.
Really?
It was all about connection.
How many of you got a lot of out what Curtis just said? Right? Next one. Curtis, did you not only do coaching with Tony, but did you eventually just become a coach?
Yep.
So that's why it says Coach Curtis on your Zoom?
That's what I'm known as.
I know you as Coach Curtis.
Good
So my
stuff.
question for you, did you feel that Tony Robbins was connected?
Like, I'll share, I knew there was a moment when I knew that I watched him on stage. I could see the connection from him to a higher power. Literally direct connect, like a giant Ethernet. It was a direct cable to,
like he was in a tractor beam.
Yeah, 100%. Exactly. That's a perfect way to explain it. That's exactly how to explain it. A tractor beam and it's all about, that's what he teaches before he gets on stage. He taught us what he does. And it's about connecting to the universe and the people in the audience before they even see him and meet him. But he knows you, and he goes through everybody's information, because when you go to an event, he reads everybody's stuff. He's insane, right? He's an alien, but that's what he does. And so when he comes out, he's already connected to you.
Got it.
Yeah.
Intently?
Yeah.
And intently on
I've
purpose?
never experienced anything like that, like connection.
So once you experience that, would it be fair to say that you've been spending the rest of your life trying to do that yourself?
Well, I'd like to say yes, but no, which is painful, because if you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing, it's extremely painful. So I should have been.
You're unconnected.
I unplugged my Ethernet cable, and I've been plugging it back in lately, but it was unplugged for a long time.
Now, Curtis, you don't know how perfect timing this is. I know you feel that. I know you feel that. Have you seen any of that in me?
Oh, absolutely. 100%. You and I are connected instantaneously. Like, we met at Ray's daughter's birthday party at Ray's house.
No, it was her baby shower. It was
the baby shower. Yeah, it was the baby shower. That's right. But it wasn't like a challenge to come to talk to you. It was just like, we were already friends, we just kind of like, hey, Robert, we just met. There was I don't know how many people there, but
like we've been friends forever.
Like forever, exactly. Like you were my brother. It was like weird. Yeah.
Okay. So
because you present that. Yeah.
Okay.
Attraction.
So here's the question now. Once you unplugged the Ethernet, the hard wire from Tony, did you ever really work on plugging it in to where Tony was plugged in?
Oh, I have off and on. Absolutely. Absolutely. I haven't been coaching for a few years, but when I was, that's 100%. I have to. Yeah.
So wait a minute. You would deliberately say a prayer and meditation before you connected with somebody.
Yeah. It's actually an incantation. I get up and get in state. Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then once you
never get on a coaching call unless you're in state. Yeah.
Yeah. And then in state. So then once you're connected with a person, were you ever so connected with them that you actually brought some stuff up to them that they knew you didn't know?
100%. Yeah. Yeah.
And it freaks them out a little bit, doesn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. You can actually, if you match and mirror people and align with them, you can actually read their thoughts almost. Well,
So now
not almost.
you could connect. What was your fastest connection?
Fastest connection before I even noticed it?
Like you said, when you seen me and
Yeah,
met me, it was like you didn't hear any noises. It was just bam.
It didn't go. No, it was instantaneous. It was actually like pre-connecting. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like before you and I, before I even looked at your eyes, we were already, it just felt already connected. Yeah.
So you could see that I was present and wanted to connect with you.
Yeah. Well, it was like we were already connected. It was weird.
Yeah.
Like you're connected to everybody. Yeah.
Because we're connected to the same modem.
Exactly.
Thanks, Curtis.
Exactly. That's a great analogy. Thank you, Robert. Now I'm in massive pain because I need to go plug in my router.
I love you, man.
Thank you for that.
All right. Love you. You bet. So getting back to the rest of you, because again, I just was downloading and I thought, yeah, everybody looks at me as a freak. I get it. You know what I mean? So I constantly get all these things. Robert, why are you so excited? Why are you always positive? Why do you have such a work ethic? Why do you do all the things that you do? I'm more hardwired than you are. The connection with my creator is I know the source of my speed, the source of my download. So that's very important to me. It's the number one thing to me. I'm not interested in connecting with you or anybody unless I'm connected. Because if I don't get connected first, then I'm telling you some bullshit I made up. I'm telling you some garbage out of my head, some garbage that I think that's garbage, something that I heard somebody else say. So how many of you have tried to explain something to someone and it almost sounds like a disconnect? And no one likes that disconnect because that's called rejection. So if I reach out to Bill and I go, hey, Bill, I really would like to connect with you. In fact, there's some things that I would like to share with you that's made me feel connected. I just want to connect with you. If I send this to them and they're not interested in getting connected, how in the hell can I help them? No, I know what some of you are thinking, right? Robert, when are you going to talk about closing somebody for a product or a package? Yeah, that's not this fucking conversation. I have never, ever desired to be connected to that fucking modem. I've never desired to use fear of missing out, closing, manipulation. I've never been connected to a bunch of stuff just to get money out of people's pockets so I can get a paycheck. I am not on that server. Some people in the world are really plugged into that server. And if you listen to them and do what they did, oh my God, you're going to get the same result. Because it seems like every 60 days, every 90 days, they got to unplug and plug into another modem. And the signal that they're looking for, hype, bullshit, money, closing, alligator shoes, Rolex watch, Prada, Louis Vuitton. See, there's a lot of people that are plugged into this modem. And some people think that if they plug into that modem, that people will follow them. Yeah, it's the people that want to be plugged into that modem. So when you share stuff with people to connect with them, things that changed your life. So you guys have been following me for a while. Step one is you got to find out how to reconnect. You got to find out how to reconnect to the fastest download you can get. I have some suggestions. Why do you think that my mentor, instead of trying to bullshit me for hours on hours on hours on hours and hours, making me go to every weekend training, making me do a bunch of manipulative closing bullshit, that it was important for him to tell me, hey, Robert, I need you to go to a bookstore and pick up this book. It's The Greatest Miracle in the World by Og Mandino. Read the book and give me a call. I believe that my mentor, the guy's got more evidence than any person I've ever seen. His pictures on the face of Inc. magazine was Steve Jobs and Bill Gates as being the fastest growing company that's ever been created. My mentor has evidence. You take a lot of misfits from Misfit Island and turned him into multimillionaire, me and Mark Aceta. So he wasn't just evident. Everyone around him that paid attention to him was evident. So why did I leave him? Because when he got his own company and he had his own products and he had his own everything, he was trying to get me to disconnect from my modem and plug into his modem. I was like, no thanks. So other people closer to him unplugged and plugged into him because he had a God complex. And I went, ooh, this connection doesn't feel very good. I need to unplug. And when I unplugged, a couple of years later, I get a call from Barbara Walters asking me to be on 2020 in front of 43 million people, making sure this modem got taken offline. Did you guys catch that? So, you know, you might like, what is his name? Geez, I guess the name that I'm thinking of is this new FTX guy, Sam. You know what I mean? You know, Bernie Madoff, okay? Bernie Madoff and people like him run from a different modem, and then everyone plugs into that modem, and then that modem gets taken offline, and it makes a lot of people look stupid. I think, God, it's coming to me, but it's downloading. Kevin Bacon. Do you guys know that Kevin Bacon liquidated virtually all of his stuff and gave it to Bernie Madoff? So when Bernie Madoff's pyramid fell, Kevin Bacon had to start all over. That's a big owie. That's one of these things that, you know, it'd be better for me just to go in a corner and cry and isolate myself from the world. Or that probably was a good time for Kevin Bacon to say, wow, if there's any time to get reconnected, right now should be that time. I need to, you know, he basically had to come out of retirement. Oh, have you ever heard that? Yeah. Okay. Because if I hooked my modem, have I connected to the wrong modem in my life? Yeah, multiple times. And so I just want you guys all to know that when you find that connection, until you got that connection enough to get that evident, then you got to introduce people that are plugged in. So my mentor looked at me and he goes, Robert, listen, you've seen my check. You've seen my income. I'm here to build your business. Can you say as little as possible to as many people as you can, as fast as you can? Tell them quickly that you're working with me and that I'm your friend and your business partner, and do your best to get them in front of me. If you do, I'll make you rich beyond your wildest means. And he did exactly what he said he was going to do. So when you're connecting with people online, what is something that you could share with them that makes you feel connected? Is it the God Memorandum? Is it the Science of Getting Rich? Is it one of my videos? Is it Abraham Hicks? See, when you find people that are connected, then all you need to do is find a way to become an affiliate with them and edify and promote the hell out of them. And when you do that, and you're willing to surrender and do that, then you get evidence, you get ranks, you get income, you get subscribers, you get views. Is that helping anybody? Because everyone keeps asking me what's my secret and what my magic is. That's my secret. It takes me millisecond to connect with somebody on Zoom. Millisecond. And the other person has got a person on Zoom and they're trying to get them to buy a product or get involved in a business opportunity. People love giving money to people that make them feel better. I was sharing with Jeff Carlisle that if you guys go on YouTube and put in Abraham Hicks, not only does she have 75 million views, I think she's got one video that has like 41 million views on it. And when you look at her channel, she started creating it in 2007. Maybe just a little before everybody thought about it. And then when you do Abraham Hicks, you're going to see a bunch of channels that also say Abraham Hicks. Listen, you guys, there's people right now that I know personally that make millions of dollars a year on YouTube because all they do is take snippets of Abraham Hicks and then put cartoons to it. So they not only know that Abraham Hicks is connected, just like Rhonda Byrne knew she was connected, just like Bob Proctor knew she was connected. But Rhonda Byrne knew that if she put her on The Secret, then she just had to find other people that read The Science of Getting Rich. And when they read it, they got connected. So it's pretty crazy when you see Bob Proctor's career and his whole life is really simply talking about one book. So Bob Proctor got connected and then he spent all day, every day doing what? Showing other people how to get connected. So that's my magic. So you got to learn what connection is, right? Have any one of you felt connection? We're all adults here. So when I read for the first time in a long time, Abraham Hicks's website, and she was going, yeah, you guys all know what the connection is. You all know, you know, you're either over here going, I don't want, I think I want this. No, I don't want this. yeah, but what about this and what about that? And, I want this, but I really don't want this. And if that happens, you'll want this. And when all you need to do is go back over to the tractor beam and plug into the tractor beam. Then while you're in the tractor beam, start imagining some stuff. And then all of a sudden out of nowhere, it's like, Curtis, what have you been doing? I haven't talked to you in years. I was just wondering what's going on. And whether or not Curtis is going to get connection from that point on, or evidence of a connection, is where Curtis now decides to plug them into. So Curtis might not have the evidence that he would like to have because he's so busy for short-term gain to consistently plug people into other people's modem. And if you're plugging people into a modem and you don't know whether or not they're going to get a result, then you might even have a little bit of karma coming your way. So how many of you get significantly emotionally affected by something and you immediately want to share it? Here's when you know that you're connected. Listen closely. I said we're all adults. Abraham Hicks goes, you ever had an orgasm? Is there anything that's ever happened to you for just a small moment in time? Everything just disappeared for a little bit. Have any one of you ever been connected where you lost time? You just lost time. You know what people say when they're in that? Man, I wish I could just stay right here. Is there any way that this feeling can just stay here for a while? Have you ever been on a conversation with somebody and again, you go, oh my God, I've been in this conversation for 3 hours. Kevin, who you talking to? Shauna, have you been talking for like 4 hours on the phone? What the hell are you talking about? Nothing. That makes no sense. I know it doesn't because you've never been connected like this. And this is what I shared with my son, Matthew, that's on here. Because Matthew being super analytical, a geek from the dork force like his father. And I told him, Matt, one day you're going to connect with somebody and you're going to forget everything else. They're basically going to take over your hard drive. And all you're going to be thinking about is that connection. And if it works out right, that connection could turn into a deeper connection. And then it could turn into a deeper yet connection. And one day you're not going to be around her and your heart's going to hurt. You're not going to have a headache. You're going to have a heartache and you're going to get a knot in your stomach. And you're going to go, what the hell is this about? And it's like, I miss her. What is he saying? I miss the connection that we had. The modem got unplugged. And so that's where some of us have probably ruined relationship because that lack of connection turns us into a stalker. That lack of connection turns into, hey, I called you 58 times and you didn't pick up. Why won't you return my text? Am I the only idiot that's talking about this, or do I relate with any of you? Do you think I got connected before I did this Zoom? Am I connecting with you? Because ladies and gentlemen, as AI keeps coming around and increases, do you know the only thing that people are going to have in the future? Community and connection. And I'm telling you right now, if you don't learn to build a community of people that are subscribers, followers, people that are liking, if you don't work right now building your community or being part of one, things are going to get nothing but worse for you. Did you hear me? So the way I sort is by reaching out. Hi, Kai. I see that you're on this page. I loved your comment. I like connecting with like-minded people. And I wanted to share this gift with you. This is something my mentor shared with me that changed every aspect of my life. All I'm doing is walking up to Kai. God is great, man. For some of you that are offended by that, I'm sorry. Kai. Kai, here. What is that? Kai, listen. Kai, listen. I'm sick of those things. Kai. Delete, block. I need to find someone to connect with. I got to find someone else to connect with. So now I just got rejected. He deleted and blocked me. He told me I was an idiot. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to reach out to somebody else and see if I can get rejected. I'm going to reach out to somebody else. No, don't do that. Damn, that hurt. Who's connected here? Melody. Hi, Melody. She goes, give me that. Plugs in. What's going on? Well, I reached out to someone that didn't want to plug into my modem, and they said some awful things, and they blocked and deleted me. Melody says, well, I don't know if I can do this business. It's not for me. Well, I don't want to do this. And I'm done. Hey, Robert. Yeah. Remember when you shared this dream with me? Yeah. Remember what you told me you were going to do once you helped a bunch of people get connected? Yeah. So you're really not going to do those things for Terry? You're really not going to do those things for your son? You're not really going to do those things for your grandsons and daughter? No, I am. Melody goes, hey, you gave me the cord, but now you plug it. Melody grabs me real nice without me knowing it and slowly slides me into the tractor beam. And my shoulders come up, my smile is up back, and I'm going, all right, I'm sorry. I'm not a quitter. You know, watch me, man. I'm going to call 1 million people in the next 30 seconds. Listen. You don't need to do that. Just be consistent. When you feel unplugged because someone made you feel unplugged, plug back in. And go back when you're plugged in and you're in the right state. Now you connect with people. Not get rejected and see 4 people didn't reply. Totally feel unplugged. Start beating the shit out of yourself for being unplugged. And then now reach out to people not connected, unplugged. And then what you do is you go, you know what? Screw this frickin' voice message gift bullshit. I'm going to copy and paste. Are you a loser? Sign up now. Buy my shit now. And it's like, yeah, now you're not plugged in. Now you're pissed off because you got to pay some bills. And now you're just out there trying to shoot people in the head. And then you know what you say? Robert, I was doing exactly what you told me to do. Oh, really? Send me your messages. Send me the last messages that you sent to the last person. I dare you. Freaking dare you. Because even if you did a voice clip, I can tell you it's a voice clip from a person that's not plugged in. Did this freak any of you out? Every one of you, if you've never experienced being connected, please make that your very first thing to do. So maybe go to YouTube and put in how to get connected. Are you going to crack up when you first see maybe the first couple of videos that show up? Are you talking about the internet? Because you guys know how much I work on connection, right? So my first connection in this industry was with my mentor. You know where the second one came from? From the book he told me to read. So when I read The Greatest Miracle in the World, it did exactly what my mentor knew it would do to me. Are you guys following that? And so it connected with me. It was one of the only books I've ever read cover to cover. And I'm dyslexic. And that book impacted me so much, made me instantly realize why I'm unique. I always go the extra mile. I proclaim my uniqueness. I know I'm a miracle. I know I'm created to create. And I know I'm a frickin' rag picker. And I know that I'll spend every day, all day, every day, finding people that are going, you know, my life sucks, and I wish someone would give me one of these. I don't know. I'm lost. I think I'm a loser. Life is bullshit. No, it's not, Mary. Here. So why would it tell you to read the God Memorandum every day for 100 days? Because being connected once is pretty exhilarating. Learning to connect anywhere, any place is a different skill. It's also a different skill to be aware that you're not connected. That's why the download told me to tell you about the internet first. Isn't it obvious when your phone's going to die? Isn't it obvious when your internet's going to go down? It's obvious. You focus and you make sure you get that connection first.